We start tonight with a word that a lot of us didn't even know just a few short years ago: swatting. It's when someone makes a fake 911 or other emergency call to try to draw a big police response. Lately, we're seeing this type of prank happen more and more often at schools, both here locally and elsewhere. There are questions about the New York state law that deals with this crime as well. Does it need to be beefed up? We certainly know this isn't just a silly hoax. It can be dangerous, even deadly. This is body cam footage from a raid that was prompted by swatting. Right now in New York, it's just a misdemeanor to make this kind of fake call, meaning at worst, someone who is convicted could only get up to a year in local jail, no state prison time. Some Republican lawmakers hope to change that. I talked with one of the co-sponsors earlier today. Listen.
It's a slap on the wrist right now. It's a misdemeanor for a serious form of terrorism. This cannot stand. We have to increase it. Our bill makes it an felony, which is up to 4 years in a state facility, a state jail, not a local jail.
This bill has been introduced at least twice in the past, and it never even got to a committee vote. Will this time be different? Joining us live tonight is another of the co-sponsors, Senator Dean Murray, who is a Republican from Long Island. We appreciate you taking some time for us tonight, Senator, and I want to start with that political question tied to this because it's an important one. I wonder how you go about, I guess, first getting a Democratic co-sponsor and then trying to build enough support to get this passed in your chamber, in the Assembly, and then eventually, I'm sure you hope, to the governor.
Sure. Well, unfortunately, or fortunately, it's gotten a lot of publicity over the last week and a half to 2 weeks. I say unfortunately because there have been, when you factor in surrounding states, over 200 incidents since March 30th. At least 50 of those across New York State, including here on Long Island. And as was stated before, it is a very dangerous situation. You are taking resources that might be needed elsewhere and using them in a report that I talked to a neighbor of mine who is an ex-NYPD officer, and he said, look, we always have to take those seriously, all the way to the end till we find out they are not real. And so they can't just abandon their site when they get called to one of these fake incidents. And again, it could take resources away from where they may be needed somewhere else. So hopefully with this publicity, our colleagues across the aisle and throughout New York State will, again, take this seriously and see the need to move this through.
While you were talking there, we were showing video from Lockport, which was one of the schools here in Western New York that's fallen victim to this. It seems in my mind that criminal laws have a couple of purposes. One is to just punish illegal behavior, right? The other is about deterrence. And I wonder how much of a factor that is in what you're trying to do right now. If somebody knows that their action could lead to state prison time, maybe they would be less likely to commit the crime. How much of that is going into what you're trying to do here?
Well, actually, and I heard Senator Tedisco interviewed earlier, he and I spoke the other day about this and agreed that it should be a deterrent. And that's one of the purposes of why we introduced this bill, was to act as a deterrent, because the other fear is this. As it gets more publicity, we don't want more copycats. We don't want kids thinking this is cool or something and trying it in their area, thinking there are no repercussions. So we want to make sure we send the message loud and clear that this is very serious, it is illegal, and it will come with very serious consequences.
Finally, Senator, I've got about a minute left. We believe, we know for sure these are tough crimes to solve, right? We don't often see arrests related to these. And we also believe a lot of them come from outside the country. It's a complex crime to solve. So I wonder if you believe there is anything else that is sort of in the purview of the state legislature. Do you need to be putting more resources toward state police? Do there need to be task forces? I mean, what else can be done to try to fight back against this if you can't find the perpetrators and put them in jail longer?
Sure, and I understand that Senator Schumer also is looking into getting federal dollars to look into this. But again, that's why we've increased this, and we want to change it from a misdemeanor to a felony, because with changing it to a felony, it allows for us to also get the FBI involved and get more resources to, as you said, maybe solve some of these cases and put these perpetrators away.
We'll be following it. Senator Dean Murray is one of the co-sponsors of this bill that would make swatting a felony, a Republican representing the 3rd District on Long Island. Thanks for taking some time for us on the beginning of a holiday weekend. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Best to you.